Court is calling 2024 CR 5540, State of Texas versus Fidel Escamilla. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense.
Sharon Thorne for the defendant.
And are you Mr. Escamilla?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Are there any applications?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Escamilla, did you review the document entitled True Bill of Indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented? Did you review the document entitled Court Admonishment with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram? That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand? If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand? Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case? Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Escamilla, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
No.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea? Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yeah.
Are you, that was a slow answer. Are you a U.S. citizen? All right, the court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yeah.
According to the plea, 10 months in the state jail facility and there are no applications. Did you understand that to be the plea? Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State?
Yes, Judge.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Then to the offense is charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? State any evidence? All
State officer.
No objection, Your Honor.
right, state, you may be excused. Did you review the document entitled Waiver and Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand? Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. After reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Your Honor. First of all, in checking with your clerks, he has 120 days credit. We ask that you give him credit for any and all time that he spent on this. We ask that you follow this plea bargain. I do believe it's in his best interest. We discussed all different options, but at this point, we do believe this is the best interest. So we ask that you follow the plea bargain as stated and grant him his credit for the time.
All right, thank you. Excuse me, sir, in the check shirt, you need to have a seat. All right, the court, as previously stated, is finding there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court is going to find you guilty, sentence you to 10 months in the state jail facility, give you credit for any time served. I'm going to request the therapeutic community. It doesn't increase the time that you're in custody. So for example, 10 months passes, you're done, but they say, he needs more time for his drug treatment. They're not going to keep you because you're in the therapeutic community. It's probably a good placement to you to help you with your drug issues. All right, anything else with regards to sentencing?
No, you are.
Did you review the document titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you sign it?
Yes.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record. Mr. Escamilla, how old are you? All right, here's the thing. These cases tend to pile up on people, and before you know it, you're habitual. And at some point in time, even if it's a state jail felony, if you're labeled a habitual, you could be looking at 20 years in the prison. Heroin use, any type of drug use with a legal substance, the people who are selling that, they don't care what goes in it. All they want is repeat customers. If somebody dies, there's always somebody else who's available to use. You understand?
Yes, ma'am. Just for the record, I really never, this is the first time I was using heroin, but like I said, I was on a pilgrimage for a decade. You know, I started hearing voices, and when I was taking my brother to his mental health seminar, I think, I picked up a pamphlet and it said what to do when you hear voices, and it said challenge them and question them. And so I did, you know, so I've been on a pilgrimage for 10 years. And
Could I have his file back, please?
you know, and like I said, it's the only, without it, in short, is the only way to get granted an audience to be present here, and you know, and with that, you know, and I'm still on it. It's been actually over a decade last year, but because I had to quit the experiment early because of eternity, and you know.
All right, so here's, I'm not a medical doctor,
No, no, I'm
but
not,
maybe you don't want to be the guinea pig or the
No,
experiment.
I meant, like
But-
I mentioned, I wanted to stop doing heroin, like, but because, like I said, it cost me my parental rights for my daughters. Like I was a single dad for, like, when this incident happened, you know, but like I said, it was intense, academic understanding between me and the voices, who I assumed was the Central Intelligence Agency,
Okay.
you know?
And counsel, you believe he's currently competent?
I do, Your Honor. He does understand what he was charged with. He does understand what happened that day, and he does understand he had heroin. So in that respect, I do believe he's
All
competent.
right, so Mr. Escamilla, here's the thing. I'm going to ask them when they take you into custody to help you with mental health and to help you with drugs through the therapeutic community. When you're released, if you cannot find a place to go, you can always come back to this court and I will direct you to the Center for Healthcare Services and some help with your drug problems. You understand?
Yes.
All right.
That's basically what I've been trying to get.
All right, so you can always come back here. All right? Good luck to you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, counsel. All right, David.
Let's get the facts straight. She loves a verbal ashtray. Never blowing smoke when she gets pissed. She's quick to castrate. Love her on a good day. Love her on a bad day. Either way, she's here to stay, stay, stay. Call up only